Hello, everybody. Getting caught in wires again. How's everyone doing today? Jesus. Right. Let's continue the adventures, shall we? This song is too catchy. Why is it so catchy? Right. I am looking forward to this one. Yo. The German delegate is seeking an able-bodied adventurer on behalf of Lord Ian. Yes! Okay, I will stop humming the music. Do my eyes deceive me? Lady Amber! Oh, thank the Kami. Lord Ian has requested your assistance in the resolution of the most urgent matter. The hunt of the fell beast believed to be a blasphemy. Though we had made great strides in ensuring the safety of our people, we fear even the finest shinobi will be no match for this enemy, for it commands the skies of Doma. Ooh, fly beast. But as your talent is striking down foes at a distance, is beyond compare. I can think of no one better to aid us in overcoming this adversary. 'Twould be my pleasure. I'm not a marksman. Oh, I really wish I might. It would be my pleasure. I really wish I was a bird. Damn it. Me be praised. I suppose I can hit it with my dancer. My dancer abilities are ranged too, but still, I shall inform Lady Ugiri. Yay, Ugiri! That she may receive you at the Doman Enclave. Safe travels, Lady Amber. Oh, right, ready. Let's go. Home. Doma home. Yugiri! It's good to see you, Amber. When we received word that you, of all people, answer our call, I could scarcely believe it. Yet here you are. Lord Ian will be pleased of this reunion. If you would wait here a moment. Ah, yes! I can't wait. I haven't seen Lord Ian in ages. There he is. Well, that the Kami should guide you to your steps to our door once more, and with such fortuitous timing. Pray forgive me for not affording you a hero's welcome, but time is not on our side. Not long after receiving word of the men's transformation into hideous beasts in Tavnir, a single creature was born of a woman in Ishari. After attacking another villager, it took to the skies and fled, though we were to where we know not. face, for one slave was among the prisoners returning to us in that deplorable exchange with Asahi and the Empire, just when we had to last begin to piece their lives together. Turning down the sound a bit, because it's really loud. This blasphemy must be stopped. Alas, our foe is wont to keep to the skies, well beyond the reach of our samurai and shinobi. Thus did we seek the aid of those proficient in range combat, able to pluck the beast from the heavens. Of course, maintaining prowess alone will not solve our problems. Others have turned into weaker, but no less gruesome abominations, as was the case in Tavner. Their numbers increased by the day. Oh, Lord. From what I understand, this phenomenon is not unlike the sickness which spreads by feeding on fear and anxiety, emotions which of late can be found in abundance. Slaying the beasts means nothing if the people's hearts can't be put at ease. Lord Hien! Oh boy. You have to help the villagers. They... Sir, please calm yourself and tell us what's happened. Another was turned in Namami, my lord. For our blessing, no one was harmed when the beast flew into a rage, but the people are in a panic. I fear what may happen next. It would seem we have even less time than I thought. Worry not, we will see to the beast. As of yet, there is no cure for this affliction, but we will save what lives we can, I promise you. I trust you are ready to join the fray? Always. It was last seen near the glittering basin. Come, I will show you. Oh, lovely. It teleported us here. Oi! Chocobo! Get your butt back out of here. Lazy bird. Right, the beast was right here, I swear it. I thank you for leading us here, but it's not safe. Please return to your village. We should split up if we are to have any chance of finding it. Amber, would you see to the west? I will search the north. Yugiri, I leave the east to you. If you find it, remember, these blasphemies are no longer people. They will not hesitate to strike you down. So you mustn't either. Let us not waste any more time. Are you alright? We heard shouting and came as fast as we could. It would appear Amber arrived not a moment too soon. Why? Why did you kill my brother? Oh boy. Your brother? Young man, the creature was not your kin. Not anymore. Had she not laid it to rest, it would have killed you and countless others. But if your heart cries out for one to blame, let it be me. The beast was slain at my behest, for it was the only way. No! No, you're wrong! You killed him, murdered him, I hate you! Hey! A face I recognize! Isai! What are you doing here? Searching for Tabo, though clearly you found him first. The monster was his older brother, as you may have guessed, and Tobo gave chase the moment it ran off. I beg of you, forgive him for his outburst. His brother was all he had left. Their father was a conscript by the Empire, and was, regrettably, not among those returned to us in the recent exchange of prisoners. The hope they might one day be reunited was their only comfort when the voice I still ruled. I can only imagine how they felt when she walked into Izuri, a shadow of her former self. Suyu may have no memories of the monster she was, but her victims still see her in their dreams. Nevertheless, like many, the brothers prayed your mercy would see their family restored. But then they learned of her death and their father's absence, deprived of hope and hate, and of hate all at once. They had nothing. Oh, my apologies for rambling. No, it's rather an enlightening tale. I spared the woman who brought him pain, and took the brother who might bring him comfort. I would hate me too. Oh, Kian. No. I swear, I will set things right for Tanbo? For all the people of Doma. Please, return home, and be safe. Yeah, please. As return to the Doman Enclave, this ordeal has given me much to consider. I owe you great debts for your timely assistance. And an apology for that I've made you an executioner in Yuen Tampo's eyes. Would that I had been one he witnessed cut down the beast of his brother had became. But we hadn't the time to dwell on regrets and what should have been. No, we need to take action. And after hearing of Tanbo and his brother, I believe I know what must be done. A great many of our brothers and sisters were returned to us in prisoner exchange. But even so, there are those who yet remain lost to us. Meanwhile, Yatsu who was directly responsible for much of our people's suffering, was never held to account for her crimes. In debt, she claimed vengeance for her suffering at the hands of her brother. But it came at the expense of justice for her countless victims. People of Doma have every right to resent me for failing them and their grief. But what of those who cannot bring themselves to do even that? Who are left alone with their anger and their pain? It may well give way to despair, and then they would share the fate of as Tunbo's brother, yes. Which is why we must needs consider who else might share in his anguish ere we find ourselves beset by more beasts. I will begin my rounds of the villages to inquire after those whom their neighbors believe are more distressed of late. Very good. I and the other shinobi shall continue our search for the blasphemy, which set these events in motion. And you, my friend, we will have need of your talents again ere long. Rest assured, we will keep you apprised of our findings. To discern the whereabouts of the blasphemy from Isari, but for our blessing we have received no reports of others that have turned. Lord Heian, for his part, has made concerning efforts to go about the villages and converse with his subjects directly. I suspect his constant presence has served to allay the people's fears. As one might expect, he has ever been dedicated and diligent, but I fear he has been away over long. I thought to go and visit what should have been the last destination, Erzai. Might I ask you to accompany me? Thank you. I'm sure there is no cause for concern, but nevertheless, I should be glad to find him quickly. Now, what am I doing? Whoa. apologies if I gave cause for concern. Ascertaining the state of affairs here in Ishuri has proven difficult. To put simply, the people, one and all, refuse to speak to me. They simply bow their heads and turn away at my approach. Knowing that the blasphemy originated here, I can't help but wonder if that has aught to do with their silence. Perhaps you could attempt to engage with the people in my stead. Surely they have no cause to deny the two of you. I should hope not. Nevertheless, I will don a disguise, lest I draw undue attention. Come, member, let us see to what we can discover. Thank you, both of you. Oh yeah. Also, I see it. Hello, good sir. I owe a great debt to Lord Ian. If not for him, I would still be fighting under the Imperial standard. But the village suffered dearly under the occupation. What's more, our Lord failed to punish the Viceroy for our crimes, and failed to reunite many with their loved ones. I understand why some would think poorly of him, even if I do not. A blasphemy? You are mistaken, my friend. Our village was never visited by a monster, but a kami Izumi, where Lord Ian is cold and callous. She offers us boundless compassion and love. Okay. Aye, that's right. The blasphemy was born of a young woman here in Nizai. Tragic, really. Every day she prayed for the safe return of her husband, but it was not to be. If I'm to be honest, I fear the loss drove the poor stepmother mad. Nizai was ever been a devout believer of the kami and their blessing. But she somehow convinced herself that Minamoto has become one. What? The delusion and grieving parent, obviously, but an alarming number of people have come to share in her belief. Hearsay is what it is. Okay. Oh my god, I like your disguise, you Gary. Situation here is complicated, to say the least. Yep, that's one way to put it. I see. Little wonder they refuse to confide in me. The belief held by some that this blasphemy is a kami however, is quite concerning. As May preserves over life and death, she gave birth to the nation of Doma and usher souls of the departed onto the Isle of the Dead. I trust you understand what it would mean to deny the source of hope in these dark times, even one such as this. The villagers claim that Kisai can speak with the dead. In fact, she will be holding a gathering to demonstrate her powers ere long. The perfect opportunity to gauge the extent of their frustrations. Not to me, of course. My presence will draw undue attention, and I ask both of you to attend in my stead. Her followers will be gathering in the tavern. Come. Okay, to the pub! Oh, I don't have to move. Sweet! Oh, this is gonna be bloody weird, isn't it? O Spirit of Israel, I beseech you, lend me your voice and let your presence be known. Cross the veil and be among us once more. Ascuti? Father. Still tending to nets like I thought you? Yes, Father. Every day. Thanks to you, we never want for fish. Our bellies are never empty. I am proud to be your son. I was always too embarrassed to tell you that you before, but... And I am proud of you. I'm proud to have been your father. May you be ever blessed by the sea's bounty. It hurts. Father, what's wrong? He's in terrible pain, my child. Those who have cheated death's design yet live. It has disrupted the natural order, and the spirits suffer for it. What must we do to ease their pain? Oh God. Here it comes. Fear not. Izanami shall put all to rights. She will claim the soul not long for this world and deliver them unto the hereafter. When her work is finished, your father's spirit and the others will find peace. Can you find my father? Can you help me speak to him with him? Kasai, can you commune with my husband? What about my family? Help me, Kasai. Please. So that is Kasaya's ability all that she claims? Well, the young man spoke with his dearly departed father, though through her. I find that rather hard to believe. Even so, those in attendance appeared quite convinced, my lord. And I suspect a great many of those villagers I've spoken to recently are as well. Everywhere I went, the people were in so much pain, and there was nothing I could do or say to give them solace. Yet, for all their anguish, has not been a single report of villagers turning since the incident with Tombo's brother. Which can only mean word of Kasai and her abilities to speak with the deceased has spread. Their belief we commune with our loved ones in death is a comfort far beyond my power to provide. Yet I fail to see how the people would abide the kami claiming innocence lies to restore order. She comes! Izanami! Uh-oh. The blasphemy? Here? This isn't gonna go well, is it? They're gonna protect her. Protean, the kami, she appeared as if from before, and in the next instant this poor man was... So we were too late. I recognize him then. That I do. Curious that he and the blasphemy's first victim were conscripts. What could the fiend be after, I wonder? I know. I have a feeling I know. Is it gonna be that your one is telling people that the kami is gonna go after these people that were conscripts because they fought for the empire, right? They fought and killed their brothers and sisters, yet so they can no longer walk among them anymore. That's gonna be it, isn't it? I figured it out. I think it does not become him, my lord, to speak ill of the kami. I understand you came to investigate the rumors of a monster born in our village. A blasphemy, you call it. But you are sorely mistaken. My stepdaughter Minamoto was chosen to serve as a vessel for Izanami. I witnessed her ascension with my own eyes. And now I'm gonna... Oh, sweet. Echo. Am I gonna be right? Moto, please. I can't. I won't. There's no logic in it. No justice. The Witch of Doma spared, given a second chance, and my husband committed to die as a conscript. Yep, she hates all conscripts. It makes sense. I'll never know what became of him. Lord Hien can't give me even that. And when I look at families he made whole, at their happiness, I feel the hole in my heart, the gaping wound that will never heal, begin to bleed. Yep. Only at my beloved's side will I find peace. You mustn't lose faith, Minamoto. All will be well. Trust in the Kami, in Izanami. I want to believe, but you lie! Izanami is come to bring peace to the souls of the departed, to restore balance between the worlds of ours. Surely you would not dare defy the will of the Kami. This balance you speak of has claimed the lives of 2 innocents, but recently returned to us. I will not accept the Kami would condone such a cruelty. No. No crueler than the sight of Yatsu, free and forgiven. Well, my husband and son fought Galamal's wars, now dead and forgotten in a foreign land. With all due respect, Lord Hien, it is not your duty to protect Doma and her people. How are we to have placed faith in a man who places the enemy's safety in and all well-being above that of his own subjects? Only the Kami are deserving of our admiration. As they have always been. But you lie! Yep, I figured it out. So the daughter, I suppose her daughter-in-law, because she married in, her daughter-in-law lost her husband because he couldn't, because he fought in Garamo's warriors. He wasn't one of the conscripts that came back, basically. So, condemning all the other conscripts, because fuck. If I can't be happy, no one can! That mentality. Lovely stuff. Like, you can imagine that the loss of, like, a loved one, like your husband or your daughter or anything like that, would be hard to get over and stuff like that. And then, like, is no simple, like, just get over it. No. No one gets over that very easily. And with Doma, the fact that like most of the people some people came back and then some people just didn't. And so that if they, in results, most people hate because they couldn't. Why did the fates? Why they can't see other people happy? I guess it's a hard one. This is a hard one. This is a tough one, man. So belief in the gods is what helping Doma to not turn into other beasts to devour others. But there's this blasphemy that looks like the Kami, and she's going after the conscripts, and so to protect her, I guess. This woman is going around and telling people that the people that died, that were conscripts that didn't return, she's going around and basically telling them that there is injustice, and so long as there's injustice, they can't rest, and so Izanami is putting things right, putting things in order, and they think this is going to be the order. The fact that all the conscripts are going to just... But that's not fair in other people, right? Oh, Hien boy. I think you need a hug. I think this is gonna be a tough one. I don't know how you're gonna solve this one. I really don't. But I'm interested to find out. The villagers are no doubt loath to ask it of me, but preparations must be made for burials and funeral rites. I could offer that much at least. You seem distracted during our conversation with Kasai. Is something the matter? Yeah, she lies. Like she's lying to us. Her daughter became the blasphemy because she hated the fact that the echo of blasphemy was indeed born of her stepdaughter. He bore witness to such horror. How her mind must have struggled to comprehend what she saw. And as a woman of fate, perhaps her only surviving family became one of the divine. Was the only reality with which she could come to terms. I believe I know now what must be done, but I pray... God damn it, Lucky! But I pray that her favor does not drive her to the opposite. Oppose us. Come, let us return to the Enclave. You know what must be done. Okay. You got my interests. It's gonna be fun to see how this one goes. This is hard. This is tough. God, this game has problems. Well, these people in the game got problems. Oh boy. Anyway, going along. For what you told me of your vision, the nature of Mento's despair is what, as the focus to our ire is clear. It is plain that she is good-natured and kind-hearted woman, grieving for her loss of her husband. The loss alone may not have been enough to turn her, but my failure to hold Yatsuo to account, together with the sight of other families reunited, compounded the turmoil in her broken heart. path of despair paved by my good intentions. A truth that will weigh heavy on my conscience until my dying day. Oh, Ian! Whatever he does, it's just like gonna be... Yatsuya living was just the crux of this, right? No one was happy with it. I was happy with it. See was okay. God, see poor see. And she's dead, by the way. So all these people that were wishing for her to get justice and die, you got your wish. She did. She's because of the person she was still haunts them. Man, I don't know. There's no win in this. Yamato was prepared to die in sadness rather than live in hatred. She could see the best she had become. She would not impose us to stop her. Which is why we must find the others who were reunited to us in the prisoner exchange before they come to harm. Once their safety is assured, we may hunt down the blasphemy and bring a close to this tragedy. Oh, I knew the Doma one was gonna be good. Home no longer. Oh no. Oh god. Ah, Amber! If you come to ask me blasphemy, I have not to share as of yet, as the shinobi's have seen no sight of the beast. The returners, however, are all accounted for, and as Lord Heian is seen to them safely to Kukan. As such, he is presently assisting with the hunt. For a blessing, there have been no reports of other villages turning, and yet, before the situation takes a turn for the worse, there is a matter I feel warrants further investigation. Kasai. Though a villager of his right, I suspect she may in fact hail from my home Sun no Sato. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. Knowing they would be loath to answer my inquiries, I entreated the Koku to contact Soto in my stead. To tell it, Princess Kunami was made great strides in establishing stronger ties with the outside world, not to mention Kasai. However, their quarrel warmth turned strangely cold. If we are to learn more, I fear we have little choice but to speak with the people of Soto no Soto ourselves. A simple visit for you, I imagine, but my banishment complicates matters. That said, it has been years since I've been left home. Were I to disguise myself, I might go unnoticed in your company. If you are willing to take the risk, I'm sure you'll be fine. Although you were inner city, so I don't know. Let's see. Thank you. Let's make for open oral then. It's gonna be hard for you, Gary. She hasn't been home in years. These garments I wore when we first met, sufficient in, I think, to conceal my identity. How many years has it been since I last saw home? I am a shinobi of Doma, but even as a child I sought to ensure the safety and survival of Soto no Soto. I'm not saying that name right. I was quite bold in those days, if not a touch reckless. And together with other children, I often ventured beyond the boundaries of home. We yearned for adventure, and so one day we sought to behold the wonders of Doma. Imagine our horror to discover the city in ruins and ash, Imperial soldiers marching through the streets. We fled at the sight, but in my haste I lost my way in the bamboo groves. Flashback! Yes! This is my favorite quest! Oh my god, yes! The story. It was there I met a young boy named Shun. A sweaty mess as he swung a wooden sword with reckless abandon, training to fulfill his duty as a samurai. He said, "Oh, look at them! They're so cute!" Having seen the destruction of which the Empire was capable, I too felt the need to protect my home. I joined him in his exercise, and every day my resolve to protect those I love grew. Sadly, my elders refused to listen. They were content to remain hidden beneath the waves, and hopefully the Empire's notice. With a heavy heart, I left in search of strength I believed we sorely needed, and I found it as a shinobi. But the people that feared war and conflict would follow in my heels should I return. I do not begrudge them their decision, nor do I regret my own. Part of me is overjoyed at the thought of seeing home again. Openly defiant of the wishes of the Ruby Princess, however, would bode ill for my family. They have suffered enough in my transgressions. This is why, for their sake, I would remain naught but a faithless shinobi in your employ. Thank you. And with that in mind, let us make for Soi no Soto. I'm happy. Nope, and we're here. Oh, she's even covered her face! Oh my god. Memories. I remember when me and my friend were trying to guess at what race was going to be introduced. When we saw that, like, we knew that Yugiri was going to be like the introduction of a new race, but we couldn't figure out what is. There was thoughts that she was hiding her face because it was kind of ratty or something. Like, you know, like in Final Fantasy IX, Freya. We thought maybe we were getting like Freya's race. But yeah, that was fun speculation back in the day. Anyway. Giri, all these years, yet naught appears to have changed since the day I left. But now is not the time to reminisce. We have work to do. Kasai's departure from Soi no Soto, likely decades ago. Perhaps the village elders will know why she chose to leave. Yogiri is now accompanying you. Sweet. Let's go. Right. Hello. Sorry. The name sounds familiar, and yet... Apologies, friend. My memory is not what it once was. Let's speak with another. Okay. Hi. It's been quite some time since I last heard that name. She was a priestess of the village, banished after drawing the ire of the former Ruby Princess. What has become of her after all these years, I wonder? Please, is there anything you can tell us? Yagera was close with her, if memory serves. Perhaps you should seek her out. Uh-oh. Mother, I'd hoped to avoid my parents, but if there's no other way, Amber might... I ask you to take the lead. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, they're gonna recognize her. There's no way. There's absolutely no way that they're not gonna recognize her. It is good to see you again. To what do we owe the honor of your visit? Yuri is just like, please don't notice me. So yes, we were close, but that was long time ago. Still, if I can be of assistance to the woman to the woman that whom we owe so much, I will share all I know. Isaiah was born to the family of priestess, and even in the early age, she was possessed of extraordinary abilities. Much was expected of her, but everything changed the day she said she could speak with the dead. No one believed her at first, but she continued to insist she could, and strove to provide it by demonstrating knowledge well beyond her years, knowledge of events to which she could not be privy. Words of her talent eventually reached the Ruby Princess, and she was summoned to Susu of the Violent Tides for a private audience. No one knows what Kasai said to her at the palace. Only the princess was that the princess was in considerate rage and ordered her exile forthwith. Some believe Kasaya revealed a tragic secret to the royal house, or perhaps spoke of a Benish falsehood that proved her a liar. Indeed, the knowledge she claimed to divine from the dead was not always truthful, but who is to say the dead would know the truth, or not seek to divine? Thus, could we never be certain if it was simply a fantasy or a power of divine? One thing is for certain, there's no small number of people found comfort in her words. Would I could tell her you more, but sadly I have not seen or spoken with Kasai since her banishment. Nope. Forgive me, but have we met your companion before? She looks familiar. Say no. I believe this is the first time our humble shinobi has visited. I imagine she does, considering she's... no, I can't. I want to do it. Damn it. I'll get my ass kicked if I say the second one. Ah, is that so? For the briefest of moments, you reminded me of someone quite dear to my heart. And being a shinobi, I presume you've heard of tales of Yukiri Mistwalker. Should you by chance meet her, may I ask you to deliver a message? Tell her that her mother and her father love her and that we could not be more proud of her. Aww. I will. I have no doubts that she feels the same, and not a day goes by without you in her thoughts. Oh, this is cute. Damn it. I believe we've heard enough. Shall we return to Okinawa? My apologies for placing you in such a peculiar situation. Though I confess it is good to see my mother and father well. All the more reason I must do all I can to keep the peace. As a shinobi of Doma, no, as a member of the Eastern Alliance. Mayhap there will come a day when Suya Soto opens to the world. A day when Yugiri Mistwalker can return, can be reunited with her mother and father. Nope. Nope. Not gonna cry. I'm not. Damn it. I would that Lord Hugh could be afforded the same. Lord Kian and Lady Mina have been long since passed. two of too many lives lost in the Imperial occupation. I can imagine he would ever succumb to despair. But make no mistake, Lord Hien knows the pain of his people all too well. I can see it in his eyes, and if I'm being honest, it troubles me at times. But perhaps I have said too much. Come, we mustn't keep him waiting. Telling myself I'm okay. Oh, I might believe it. Oh my god. Right, Dominato. Such a tricky place to get to. Welcome back. I trust your journey proves an enlightening one, in more ways than one. So she does, in fact, heal from Sata, and you say was possessed of divine gifts since childhood. No, people believe her, and more flock to her side with every passing day. But the returners are safe at the Kankai. Its defenses boasted. As for the blasphemy, I've spoken with the confectionery allies, among others, and together we've established a network of connections across the length and breadth of Doma. To take up the search in earnest, mark my words, we will find it. And then locks. Damn it. Well, oh well. It's time to go. Bye. No, I'm kidding. Right. Time to do some Reaper quests. I don't think I have one up, right? No. Okay. Well, for that than ever. You heading in? Yep. Oh boy, it's been a while. Sweet. I know where to come if I want to hear this music for a while. Alright, let's begin. How do you find the weight of the scythe in your hands? Pleasing, I hope. Now that we are a bit more in common, it's time we become better acquainted with the name of the newest reaper. Amber. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but it is. But so it is with Eorzean names. With every new one I learn, one more is forgotten. Yours is a replace Gino. After a little conversation, I think he'll give us a wide berth. Any road? We've more worthwhile concerns than shifty merchants, namely getting you conversed well and proper in the tricks of the trade. And that the best way to do that is through battle. One of the family is having trouble with a particular vexing fiend and has sent word asking for assistance. It goes by the name of Argus Urchins. And he's stationed near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got the keen eye mind for the trade and can find a needle in a stack of needles if needs be. We'd best hurry before he ends up at a bottom of the monster's gullet. Hey, I got my dragon. Okay. Boss, who is this? Are you sure we're getting, we should be getting outsiders involved? Thank you for your discretion, but it's not, it ain't needed. She is a personal contract of mine, so consider her merciful in service to the family. Wherever you say in front of me, you can say in front of her. By your will, boss. A chameleon has been making these sounds of living hell for anyone that dares wander into its territory, which be us, since our trade route cuts right through it. My men I've hired to carry my goods are scared to death, and can't blame them. None of us are fit for hunting monsters. So I sent for you. You'll see what we can do, Ernest. Might we want to find a rock to hide behind? Chameleons ain't known for being the most discerning beasts. Time to put your skills to good use, Amber. Okay. Ready? Alright. In those orders? Okay. must have worked that. I knew you were there was something about you, truth be told. I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that chimera. I reckon even I might be hard pressed to match that display. Songs when you see it, boss. And with that, the coast cerulean will flow once more. Among the many roles, there's a merchant of sort. He sells cerulean at a price that makes those guild pinchers and the Almegan sons bulk. But still turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with the demand, despite the occasional beast or two butting into our affairs. Well, thanks to you, boss. And our countrymen up north, of course. Here's to getting back to business as usual. Made easy to come by, as you know. Legion and Sun purchased their monopoly over with gilded fists, but they're yet to force the imperial struggles up north out of the market. Now, before we go running off to the flames, let me assure you that this arrangement is above board. Selling goods to the Imperials is forbidden by law, but there is nary a word about buying from them. You know, you Eurasians like to call Garleans by all sorts of colorful names. Bastards, tyrants, invaders, and we've got all those and worse. But while many foul deeds have been committed for the glory of the Empire, we're just up to a man, even amongst the purebloods, those that don't always do so by choice. It could be argued we're all casualties of the great machination ambition. A small number of the Empire's troops would return home in a heartbeat if they could, but the world being what it is must settle before sending their families and what few coin they can offer to part with. Most Eurasians would suffer a wit of color shade, replace their black and white hue. But if you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, long before the Empire, the forebears of Laxus Omnissus down in southern Ilsevard, tempering climes and breadth of earth, the land paved many of us were with simple farmers harvesting abundance of crops. With the self-same sights the reapers would indefinitely wield. But gifts are ever the object of envy, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year they yielded few more limbs, and some 800 years ago now they were driven from Lacus Omnis completely. I can't speak words. We fled north to the frozen region which became Garlemald. Even there, though, we fought tooth and nail for the scant resources of that fragile land. From the fires of hardship were the first Magitech devices forged, and with the ingenuity upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into the insoluble empire. And for a miraculous twist of faith, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic, but hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, our mere survival was in question. From harsh necessities where we reapers were born, we turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain with the worshippers in the dark. With the void's power, we could strike the army's beating heart, slay their generals, and through the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the one for the many, to keep Anthelia's hands away from families, friends, and lovers. And now its power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a woman to turn to the void, and you'll be led upon deeper temptations. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. my god. For your first starting, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know just who this lot you've thrown yourself in is with. You might have gathered yourself, but Lamentations have firm support those guardians who are in exile. Testing is easy far from home, let alone in the peace where would sooner guilt you than offer a helping hand. Off the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but know this, I do expect you to apply yourself to this job. Okay, I can do that. In the meantime, we'll be working with your family association and the whereabouts of our prey. I extend the scythe so to be like an extension of your own body when next we speak. Oy, long quests. Long quests. Okay, I'm gonna end here. I've been streaming for about 2 hours and I'm getting tired of talking. Of reading, talking, reading, talking, all of it. So, is there anybody that I wanna raid? Ooh, yes. Ooh, even more so, yes. Oh, who? We're gonna go with this, I think. Yes. I'm gonna go raid my friend Tib. I'll see you all next time. Bye.